Subispeed.
Hi guys, so today I'm going to put a Android 10-inch tablet-like head unit in my Forester. I'm gonna make a little tutorial. Okay, so I'm gonna have some breakfast because I'm starving. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my phone here. I'm gonna look up online how to correctly take apart the dash on this Forester. So the benefit about buying this head unit from Subispeed and not just getting it on eBay, because I have seen a lot of these like Android direct fit head units on eBay, and they're probably from the same manufacturer, but because I bought it from Subispeed, they have a little tutorial on the old interwebs that's gonna show how to put this in so I don't like crack some plastic or totally f something up taking it apart. So it'll make it a lot easier. So I'm gonna watch this little tutorial here and save myself some headache later, hopefully. I don't like headaches. Headaches suck. Okay, so first up before I start, I'm just gonna disconnect the battery just in case. And, oh, there's a lizard walking across the driveway. Okay. Whoop. That was cute. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, disconnect the battery. Okay, so to take the dash apart, I have these little plastic tools here. I got like a set of them on Amazon. So I'm going to take the dash apart and I'll just kind of time lapse that in there so you can see what I'm doing. Just in case my tutorial isn't that in-depth, I'm going to link below the Subispeed tutorial because that one's like really in-depth and it really helps, and I'm not on that pro level yet. So, yeah. I'm not really sure why I decided to wear a long sleeve shirt when it's 90 degrees outside and I'm working on a car in a garage. Kind of an idiot. Anyway, I have the radio bezel pretty much removed. Now the last step is there are two little like cables that go for the HVAC controls because they are cable operated. So I gotta crawl up underneath my dash and pop those two off so I can take the entire bezel out. So this is great. I gotta lay on the floor of my car and get all gross. Should probably just take my shirt off. Probably not gonna do that on YouTube. Okay, so I lied about taking my shirt off. I was an idiot and I wore a long sleeve shirt. It's 90 out and I live in Tucson. Anyway, I got this bottom, it's like a cowl that covers the underneath of the dash on the passenger side. I popped that off, just some little plastic clips, and I used my little plastic spreader tool. That's sexual of nature. I used a little spreader tool and it came off really easy. So now I'm going to show you where these cables are at because they are a pain in the, oh, I can't swear on YouTube anymore. They're a pain to get to, so I'm gonna show you where they're at.
So see that little white doohickey up there? That's where the cable attaches to. So I just gotta pop the cable off on either side. Looks pretty much the same, except one cable's blue, one's white. And once those are off, the radio will come out.
Okay, as far as difficulty goes, it kind of sucked. Getting those two little cables off was easy, but the clips that held the cable in itself were a pain to get off. Broke a nail. You're probably laughing at that, but I'm not. I'm sad. You guys can see, dash is right here. It is out. Now I'll take the head unit out. I'm hungry and sweaty and bitchy. Oops. Can't swear on YouTube anymore. You should subscribe. I highly recommend it. And follow me on my social medias. There's links somewhere. Okay, let's get this head unit in. Okay, now it's time to swap over the stuff from this. The HVAC controls, hazard button, and the vents over to the new piece. Since the new piece, this is really awkward doing this through the viewfinder, moving stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna do it inside where it's air conditioned. It's a lot nicer in here. little vents were a huge pain to take out because there's 6 clips. There's like 2 on the side, 1 under that gear, and there's 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. It was a pain because I don't have 6 hands to pry all these apart, but I got them all out. So I'm gonna transfer it all over. And then I got a whole mess of wiring I gotta hook up over there, and then I'm gonna put it in and try it out. But first, me and Sarah are gonna order some steak and cheeses because I'm kind of hungry.
Me, I'm starving.
Right? Time to transfer everything over. So one of the problems that I ran into with this are the little holes right here, here, top and bottom. When it slides into the bezel that came with the GCS unit, the prongs that go inside these holes are just a little bit fatter than the holes are. I got one of them to go in without having to modify it, but it was really tough. And with how delicate that plastic is, I don't really want to take a chance of cracking it. So I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and just barely trim a tiny bit on the vents so that way it passes through, but like not enough that it'll make it loose, just a little bit. So I'm going to do that real quick. Hopefully it'll slide through nice and easy. We got hoagies and grinders and navy beans, navy. No, I got steak and cheese, Philly. What'd you get?
A Chicago dog and French fries.
This is gonna be good. We're gonna take a snack. A snack? No, I'm tired. We're gonna take a break. I'll be back. Well, you guys won't notice the difference. I'm gonna snap my fingers. And God, I'm thirsty. I'll snap my fingers and I'm gonna be back to work. So I just realized that the harness they sent me is for the Foresters equipped with the Harman Kardon stereo. And I don't have the Harman Kardon. I can't even say that. Hard-on Carmen. Harden Carmen. Harden. Harman Kardon stereo. I don't have it. So I had the wrong harness. So I just had to overnight it from Amazon.
One eternity later.
Okay, so it's now 2 days later. I ordered this from Amazon. It's a 20-pin harness for the non-Harman Kardon equipped Subarus. What I'm going to do now is I am going to take a little toolkit here and I'm going to remove the pins that I need from this harness to retain my steering wheel controls, because this harness does not have 3 wires I need for SWC, so I can retain my steering wheel controls. I am going to remove those pins from the Harman Kardon harness because it has them and install them into this harness. And then I'm going to solder these connections. I don't like using butt connectors or barrel connectors, so I'm going to solder these guys onto this end of my harness that goes to the head unit. So I can have this connect to my head unit and this end to the car and still have all this other bullshit. I don't know if you can see the wires, they're right here. They're coming off for the steering wheel controls. I have them repinned into the 20-pin harness. After that, the only other issue I have is the Subaru antenna requires power to boost the signal. So I'm gonna have to use my amp turn on wire because I don't have a subwoofer, and even if I did, I could just join it with the turn on for the amp. But I don't have an amplifier and I don't ever plan on having one because I don't need a booming system. So I'm going to use this to power my antenna. So what I'm gonna try to do is find out what pin it can go to, because it goes to a blue and yellow wire on the Subaru's actual main harness. It'll make it even cleaner and I won't have to like do some wiring stuff. I'm very OCD, I like having clean wires. Dunskies. Look, I even kept the foam bullshit that was on the end of it. I just peeled it off and restuck it. So I rewrapped it in that ace bandage looking stuff that it came with. And then everything is soldered up. So I took the amp control wire on the head unit harness and it's already pre-spliced right here. And I just ran one of them to a pin on this 20 pin. So my FM radio will get a power booster like it's supposed to the factory harness. Now this is all done. Time to install it and make sure everything works correctly. which I hope. And then I was going to wire up the factory rear view camera to work on the head unit, but I also have the multi-function display where my camera currently displays. And I just figured that'd be redundant having two cameras, even though it's a bigger screen down below. I think it'd look kind of silly having two backup cameras. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna wire that up. Yeah, I guess it's time to install this and try it out. Oh, wipers. Yay! It works! I'm gonna play around with this a little bit so I can figure out how to hook up my steering wheel controls because you gotta program it through the head unit. When I get this all buttoned back together, I'll show you guys how it works. $105 It's disgusting out here. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and finish this up so I can go back inside. I just finished. I'm totally done putting everything back together. I'm sitting in my car with it running and the air conditioning on. It's done. I love it. I'm so thrilled with the stereo. So I'm gonna like flip the camera around so you guys can check it out. I like how it looks. It looks so clean in here. It has great fitment too. So let's see, home settings. Okay, inside settings, if you scroll up all the way down here, it says steering wheel keys. And as you can see, I have everything set up. So as you can see, there's like two, there's like a up volume and home. That is because if I press my volume up button once, that selects the volume. And if I do a long hold on the button, then it goes to home. So I have short click set to volume up, long click set to home. So all these buttons are dual feature. I'm like discovering this as I show you guys. So here's more apps. More apps. I'm gonna play with this thing a bunch and see what it can do. It looks clean though, right? USB thing is right here, and I also wired it to work with my factory USB, which is down there. You can't really see, whatever. I am gonna leave you links down below to a bunch of tutorials that helped me with the install, like as far as setting up the audio controls, figuring out what I needed to do to repin and get that 28 pin harness to work with a 28 or 20 pin harness, whatever. You can just buy that harness, but I just figured, you know what, I'm gonna solder these two together. So I'm not really gonna play with this anymore today. I'm gonna mess with it tomorrow. Anyway, I just thought I'd share this with you guys and say, hey, check it out. I just put an Android unit in my Forester, and I didn't really do much of a tutorial. It's just a vlog video or something of me putting my head unit in. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye. I'm just gonna install this radio and hopefully it works great.